What's up everybody? When we started this season in Fortnite Zero Build, the meta didn't change much. It was sniper, shotgun, AR. But now the sniper and frenzy got nerfed twice, the deagle returned as a modable weapon, and the drum gun's back too. And don't forget, we still have this weapon in the game. So what's the best loadout now for Fortnite Zero Build? Let's figure it out. As we get into this, there was one glaring difference I noticed when returning to the game full time. This is the first season in a long time where it's not the typical use these three weapons meta or die. We actually have really good options in the shotgun and spray weapon slots. But what about the longer ranges? And that's where we start with weapon numero uno, the Reaper Sniper. But is it still a lock for the first loadout slot now that it got a strong nerf? Maybe. I don't think the drop-off and speed reductions are a big thing. Sniping is more about timing and repetition. Players are going to adjust to that. I think the big problem is that 60% spawn rate reduction. And compounding that are the two NPCs and vending machines that sell the Reaper Sniper. Rebel's Roost and Grand Glacier are the NPC spots, by the way. Now fewer players will have snipers, and those players will be good at using them too. And that's probably the worst way to nerf something, especially that weapon. I mean, we're back to the thing with the, the Havoc pump back in Chapter 4 where there was only one of them. The problem is the Reaper has one huge advantage over other snipers in the past. It's not fire rate. By the time Chapter 4 came around, every old sniper's rate was buffed, and future ones had better rates as well. In fact, the Reaper Sniper actually has a slightly slower rate than any other sniper. But it has a mag, so the next shot isn't waiting on a reload. But it's still a projectile weapon, and no one stands still in Chapter 5. So the mag size isn't the huge advantage we think it is. The advantage is that 4x scope. That is far and away the problem. Players hard scope with it for days, making it very hard to fight against. And if they're 100 meters away, that scope turns it into 35 meters visually. It's so easy to line up the shot on their end. You can't always reposition after every shot either. Even if you're good at lining up a sniper shot quickly, they're already scoped in. They're going to be able to get off their shot a lot faster than you. Even Bradley Cooper and Limitless couldn't win that one. I think the 4x scope should be vaulted for snipers, and the 2x should have glint. I think that will solve the problem, hands down. Reducing the heavy ammo in the pool will not work either, because the deagle is in the game now too, and it got a spawn rate buff. But on the other hand, if more players use the hand cannon in Zero Build, then that is less ammo to go around for snipers. Nonetheless, you gotta go Reaper Sniper if you can get it. If you are rolling with an AR, I think Nemesis is the best choice. Don't care for the Warforged, it's a fire hose. But the Mythic is pretty nice, and it's not as contested as the other ones. Still, I think Nemesis is the way to go here. What about the new Huntress DMR? Never been a big fan of any DMR, especially when snipers are in a loot pool. They are an inferior version, let's be real here. You telling me you're gonna take the DMR over the Reaper? Nonetheless, you guys do like the Huntress DMR the most, and marksman rifles in general. Almost 200 votes in the community poll. Alright, onto the shotgun slot. Two really good choices with the Gatekeeper and Frenzy Auto this season. And despite the Frenzy being nerfed in damage range and bloom, it's still really good. But that Gatekeeper shotgun slaps too. I think the triangle spread fits very well with the skin's hitboxes, much better than a square one. And geez, so much better than that weird horizontal spread Evo Chrome shotgun from Chapter 3, right? Remember that one? But hey, you gotta give Epic props for trying different things. How do we know it won't work if it's not tried, right? Alright, what's the best shotgun? Personally, I tend to go with the Frenzy Auto over the Gatekeeper, even with the 5 mag, but my aim kinda sucks close range right now, so having those extra shots matters to me. Plus, I play a lot of trios and squads too, so if your close range aim is better, or if you're feeling it that day, or you play more solos and duos, you definitely want to roll with the Gatekeeper. I do think the Frenzy might be the better option in trios and squads though, because the fights in third parties tend to last longer. See what I mean about the variety this season? It's really good, and it doesn't stop there. The third slot is where things really get interesting. We have the Thunderburst SMG, the new Harbinger SMG, and the drum gun. And of course the pistol. You know, there's always a pistol in the pool. I'm a big fan of the Thunderburst SMG, and you can find drops with the laser pretty often. And sometimes they also have the red eye scope too. I think those two mods, in my opinion, are the best options. I think the Harbinger SMG is a bad choice because of the mechanic where it loses that accuracy the longer it is fired. You gotta tap and burst fire. So why not just use the better burst SMG? Don't use the Thunder SMG at home, right? The drum gun, of course, shares ammo with the AR. So if you do not have a sniper and you are running an AR, or the worst option, the Huntress DMR, the Tommy gun's out.
I'm over here now.
But if you're running a sniper, the drum gun is solid for a spray weapon, especially if you don't find a Thunder with a laser or you can't get a bunker to mod it. Ranger pistol can work here too, but it's not the better option this season. One weird thing is all of the spray weapons have a really low fire rate for their type. I think that is why a lot of people are running the AR in that third slot. It's a trade-off damage for fire rate, along with the fire rate of the Frenzy Auto too. Health and shields are also in a really nice place in the Myth and Mortal season. Splashes are back, and we even have a golden banana. No, not the strip club in Massachusetts, the one that heals you. Splashes, of course, are top dog, along with the Flowberry Fizz. Utility, I like the shield bubbles or EMPs if you run that stuff in your loadout. And finally, mobility. As always, shockwaves are the best and most versatile. NPCs at fencing and cemetery sell them, by the way. Fizz is really good too here, of course. I think the wings are pretty good, but have a lot of issues, as we know. One area they do seem to excel in is an endgame, where it can be tricky to get to that next circle. You know how it goes like across the other circle, you know what I mean? It's like all of a sudden it's like the opposite. A vehicle could be a substitute for the wings though, so there we go, peeps. Reaper Sniper if you can get it, Gatekeeper Shotgun with the drum mag, Thunderburst SMG, Shockwaves and Splashes or Fizz. Don't forget to like, next video coming right up.